Fans, coming up next is the return of the Toxic Table, AJ Hawk and Boston Connor, and they have a big, tall challenge in front of them in Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys. I had a lot to do with this. They came to me, they said, we want a challenge, we want a real challenge. I gave it to them.
This next tag team match is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring, combined weight unknown, the team of Boston Connor and AJ Hawk, the Toxic Table.
And here are a couple of the hangers-on from the Pat McAfee show. Decided they want to be professional wrestlers. AJ Hawk and Boston Connor of the Toxic Table. That is Boston Connor in the hat, coat, and shades. And that is AJ Hawk, apparently fresh out of the shower. You know, it's funny that Gene Berry from the Southwestern region, he said he's surprised AJ Hawk ain't wearing his shower shoes to the ring. And I believe him.
You know, Myron, it was kind of sneaky of you, setting them up with the Dudleys. Aren't you afraid they might, get hurt or something?
Nah, they're big boys. They'll be perfectly fine. Christy, somewhere within the soul of Myron Schimmelman lies a very evil personality. Hey, I must be ahead of the game. He says I still got a soul. In any case, Boston Connor and AJ Hawk certainly going to be up against it against Bubba Ray and Devon.
Their opponents accompanied by Stacy Kiebler. From Dudleyville and at a combined weight of 550 pounds, Bubba Ray and Devon Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
The lovely Stacy Kiebler accompanying the Dudleyville Lumber Company, Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys, making their way down to the ring, all set to make pals with AJ Hawk and Boston Connor. And I have to say, Myron, setting them up with the Dudley Boys does strike me as being somewhat sadistic. Well, maybe I got a little bit of a mean streak when it comes to guys who aren't really professional wrestlers who pretend to be. Well, there is certainly no pretense with Bubba Ray and Devon, multi-time tag team champions everywhere they have ever competed. A pair of ECW originals, Bubba Ray and Devon Dudley. And well now, AJ Hawk and Boston Connor are definitely gonna have their hands full in this one.
If I gotta be completely honest, and yes, I do, I got a feeling this is gonna be a fun one to watch. Not for nothing, but if the Toxic Table wants to play with the big boys, maybe it'll sober them up some.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Christy. And it seems to me that one win by Boston Connor over the big boss man has certainly swelled the heads of both he and the rest of the Toxic Table. So let him learn the hard way they got lucky one time. Well, sir, with the Dudley Boys, it's likely to be an extraordinarily painful lesson. We've got AJ Hawk and Devon Dudley starting us off here. Referee Willie Johnson sounds the bell. They come center ring. Devon Dudley locks up AJ Hawk. Sidewalk slam right center ring. Devon Dudley moves in on AJ Hawk with a right. Gathers him up, another clubbing blow, taking AJ Hawk down to the canvas yet again. Hawk whipped into the corner of the Dudley Boys. And Devon Dudley stretching the arm against those hard ropes. Devon smashes the head of AJ Hawk into the turnbuckle. Hawk catching some grinding forearm from Devon. Whoa, that is sadistic right there. A stomp to the chest. And another. Bubba Ray cheering on his brother, Devon Dudley. Stacy Kiebler cheering them both on. AJ Hawk brought back to his feet. Devon Dudley whips him right back into the corner again, but AJ Hawk counters and escapes the corner. Spinning clothesline takes Devon Dudley down, the first offense from AJ Hawk. And now with Devon Dudley down on the canvas, AJ Hawk bravely making his way to the corner to tag in Boston Connor. And now Boston Connor locked up by Devon. Devon Dudley countered into a back body drop by Boston Connor. Boston Connor twisting the head and neck of Devon Dudley as the Toxic Table tries to mount some offense here. Boston Connor with a nice arm drag. I'll give credit where it's due. Here comes A.J. Hawk again. Devon Dudley catching a basement dropkick from A.J. Hawk, but here comes Bubba Ray Dudley, and A.J. Hawk doesn't see him coming. Clothesline takes him down hard. A.J. Hawk steps outside the ring for a moment, looking for a break, perhaps a little bit of respite. But Bubba Ray Dudley makes his way to Boston Connor. Out there on the apron with him. And here we go. Oh, DDT'd head first into the apron as A.J. Hawk attacks Devon Dudley. Bubba Ray making him pay with a clothesline. And down goes A.J. Hawk, a clubbing right across the head. Bubba Ray sets him up for the powerbomb, and he nails it. Whoa, what a powerbomb. And Bubba Ray Dudley, Boston Connor, still reeling from that DDT. A.J. Hawk whipped into the Dudley's corner. Set up on the top turnbuckle. A hard right. A.J. Hawk counters. Spins Bubba Ray Dudley around with a right. Goes behind here. Look at this. Up over the shoulders. 300 plus pounds of Bubba Ray Dudley in a torture rack. A possible submission. Referee Willie Johnson checking it. But Bubba Ray, with a series of shots to the head of A.J. Hawk, releases himself from that situation. A hard right to the back. A.J. Hawk once again whipped into the Dudley's corner. Here comes Devon on the tag. A double team from the Dudleys coming up. A scoop slam from Bubba Ray. A high five from both Dudleys. And here we go. Whoa! Double headbutts to A.J. Hawk. Devon rebounds off the ropes with a leg drop. A.J. Hawk doesn't know if he's coming or going. Tags out. Here comes Boston Connor. Devon Dudley catches a wraparound DDT, and whoa! Boston Connor with a basement dropkick. Quickly going for a cover. One, but just a one. Devon Dudley. It's still far too much steam in the tank. And tried for a second wraparound DDT, but Devon Dudley says, no you don't. Locks up Boston Connor. Connor counters with elbows to the midsection, backs off Devon Dudley. A chop across the chest. Boston Connor certainly feeling his oats here. Oh my, look, a pile driver on Devon Dudley. Boston Connor quickly covering 1, 2, but a near fall. Devon Dudley enduring quite a bit of punishment at the hands of Boston Connor, but still in there punching. Head first into the turnbuckle goes Devon in the far corner. Devon counters with an elbow. Boston Connor locked up by Devon Dudley. Whip to the Dudley boys' corner. Here we go. He just made Devon mad. Here's Bubba Ray. And here's a double team. Whip to the ropes is Boston Connor. 3D. And that is going to be about it right there. Bubba Ray covers. 1, 2, and 3. Woohoo! A.J. Hawk a step too late. And here's the official time.
The time was 5 minutes and 34 seconds. And your winners, the Dudley Boys.
Christy, Myron, I'll tell you, we don't get a whole lot of very short tag team matches around here in RWL, but that one was decidedly short. 5 minutes and change for the Dudley boys to quickly dispatch the Toxic Table. And here we go. Boston Connor catching the Dudley Death Drop, the 3D, and Bubba Ray going for the pin. And we'll be right back with more RWL Rage right after this.